Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's continue our DVD and Blu-ray updates. Today, I am presenting reviews. Welcome back. Okie dokie. So I guess we could start off with the DVDs, of course. So first off, I really pick up these two wonderful sets because, well, I really want to see them. I really heard that they basically this version, well, this kind of version of the comic book is a lot more different than the basic TV show series. So I couldn't originally pass them up. If you probably look at them probably a couple of months ago onto my Tumblr blog, now the reason you could follow me on Tumblr, you can definitely look at those updates because those are the ways I basically keep yourself up to date and everything else. And I want to give you guys the proper really meanings of updates. So I really want to pick up these sets, and I actually picked up the first season. That's all I basically pick up. I'm not really looking forward to pick up other seasons. I just want to basically start off watching the first season, and that's it. So I actually pick up both Breaking Bad and Walking Dead Season 1, both on DVD. Now, I was going to probably pick these up on Blu-ray originally, eventually, but we know how these, TV shows on Blu-ray is going to hard to become expensive and everything else. And I didn't want to wait for probably another month or so and everything, so I just picked them up originally on DVD instead. But so far, Walking Dead, I have to say, this is actually probably pretty darn good version. It's a really good show. And I don't know why people are so complaining about it really doesn't have a basis towards in the comic book. I mean, in the comic book, it doesn't have to be necessary to follow up the story. I mean, like, if you're basically so desperate of watching a show that's based on a comic book, read the darn comic book. But just don't be so judgmental that you got a show that it became popularity towards the comic, and then all of a sudden when the network start looking at this as a series, they want to do it as a TV show. So I don't know what everybody's complaining about it. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually really just basically finished up all the episodes. Even my mom, who's not really a big horror fan originally, of like watching gruesome and very well bloody guts type of feel originally of when it comes to movies or TV shows. But she's not really like a very scared way. She just doesn't watch all the original blood and guts scenes originally that falls with basically when you see all the blood and all the guts of basically human flesh originally, which is probably is fake originally and all. But yeah, it just goes to show you that she was really enjoying it, especially when she was enjoying the characters, which is how that all these these basic people are surviving this a zombie apocalypse. It's not like your typical zombie apocalypse movie adaptation like you look at Resident Evil, for instance. I mean, it was directed towards the basic video game sequels, and now basically towards to the movie sequels, which is kind of different form. So you don't really see that originally and basically cut towards this. But so far, I'm actually really enjoying it. I would like to basically pick up season 2 and 3. But I'm very well likely with basically with money originally. So I might originally get a chance to watch them online originally because it's just basically a lot more easier than that say. But really enjoying it, and I have to say, we'll probably pick up the Blu-ray version of this because I want to basically see the nice good quality of it. The only thing I actually picked up on DVD is because, well, I was really kind of hoping if I could get a nice good discount for basic for these TV show sets, but they usually are based off of like. I think originally Walking Dead. I think I saw one from at Best Buy on Blu-ray. The first season about I think was 29 originally. I think it was close to 29 to 30. But I couldn't really basically spend that much originally of that. So I actually just basically get it on DVD. But really enjoying it. and basically does have the features on it. I haven't got around to watch the features, so I was just basically watching the episodes and really in the special time. It is a slipcover as well, so it basically comes right out. Both same artwork. And then if we go inside into this, there's a 2-disc edition. I know there is another edition of this set of the first season. They actually had like the box set of the Walking Dead the first season, and not really kind of sure if I can pick that up or basically get this as a simple Blu-ray 2-disc edition of it. So yeah, really worth it for some people. To people from Walking Dead fans, and I actually enjoy it. And then basically I pick up Breaking Bad, the complete first season. I actually just basically watched this like 3 episodes of it. And so far, it's actually pretty well good, usually. So, I don't know where there was, but I want to do a review of it because I want to actually show you what I got. So, basically, it is a DVD 2-disc set, which is basically got a booklet of, I guess, Sony booklet information. And then you basically got the 2-disc set we have. This is, yes. This is this one. So you have this one and this 2 on basically on this kit set right here. Go to the back. Beautiful set. Open up. Got the 2-disc edition. I have to say, Richly, a lot of people really enjoy this show so much, Richly, and I'd like to basically continue on basically picking up season sets. Back. Like so. And it does come with a nice good... Oh, okay. I did not expect to see this recently. So we have the information of basic basic Breaking Bad, with starring this guy starring, I keep remembering what's his name. Yes. Brendan Carlson, if I pronounce his name right, originally. So you have this nice poster report of him, and it's basically Delphish's life, and basically you have this information of the new season. Like I said before, I have watched like basic season, what's season 4, season 5? I can't remember, but in season 5, and I just basically just start watching this basically 3 episodes of the first season. So I'm not sure what I'm expecting to miss to see, but I'm actually really enjoying it. So yeah, I definitely will basically pick up other sets. And that's pretty well cool right there. Okay, now we could go on to the Blu-rays. Yes, you finally really saw the TV show sets on DVD, and now you want to see what the Blu-ray movies I got. Well, some of them were very well good, cheap, dirt cheap, and I couldn't pass them up. So the first step I'm really going to probably have to announce because, well, this was basically about cheap for about $7. I mean, it's like, really, I think now Blu-ray are really going down on prices now. They will eventually come down for $5, which hopefully. But no one telling what time tellers of it. So the first up, we have, you probably already know about this, Bodyguard, starring Kevin Conrad and Whitney Houston. Sadly, she faced it from her passing, for basically her, I can't pronounce it. I can pronounce it, for her loss, and for a lot of reasons, for basically she will be missed. But I actually picked this up for about $7, and I saw this for Amazon for about, I think about $10 now. So for compared to this, it's actually a lot more cheaper. I actually got it from Walmart quite some years of time doing. I think during original when I was basically starting working, and I was really just looking for it. So basically on the back you have the information. It does come with basically this the making documentary of the film, and basically the music video, of course. I would never be able to love without you. We always will. I guess we always will love you, Richard, for some reason. I don't know why, but that's that way. And then inside, just nothing too fancy. Just the Eco Blu-ray case with a nice good logo of the disc. I mean, I wish they put some artwork or something. I mean, yeah, this is basically fine right here, but it would be nice to have nice, good internal artwork inside. but you only just basically get this eco casing, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, there's really not much I can say about it. It's a wonderful, good movie into the collection. So, yeah, that's definitely worth something. And then I actually picked up another movies that you probably are familiar with. Edward Scissorhands. Yes, the Johnny Depp film. I actually watched this movie about like once originally when I was basically about 5 or 6 years old when it came out. This came out in I think originally somewhere around, I can't really remember. But it came out, 1990, and I haven't been watching it since, so I'm really not sure what I'm expecting to see it in nice high def. But I know it's probably pretty good. So there's really not much I can say about it, just a nice good edition of that. On the back, you got basically commentary by Tim Burton, another commentary by Richard Daniel Ambion, a featurette, and basically trailers in high def. So really not much to say about it. At that, and then inside got nice good just artwork. Got Johnny Depp starring. What's her? I can't remember. What's her face? Danny. I guess I can pronounce the name right. Daniel Depp. I can't pronounce it. Start with basically the D, but I can't really remember a lot of these actors' names. So I know about Johnny Depp, so that's all I know of. But yeah. Edward Scissorhands. Awesome. This is a good in the collection. Put that there. Next up, we have another considerable good movie that a lot of people usually don't like. Personally, I think it's an okay movie because, well, it's really not that bad. It's just basically not really good. Usually, we have Super 8, and no, I don't have the slipcover with it. I was gonna probably find it with the slipcover, but I kind of miss it out. And I want to see this movie so much because, well, there's a lot of good reason for it. Because A, I want to understand how these so-called, kids, basically making this movie project they're doing this for a project, or basically being a contest, which is what they call it. And then basically everything goes haywire in this town. Everything's basically going very well. It's more kind of like an alien movie, originally. It's more kind of almost like, I hate to use the term of Transformers. It has that feel towards it just a bit, because towards the end of the movie, and I know I'm probably going to spoil this to people who haven't seen this movie. If people do, good for you. If people don't, please turn off this video version as quickly as possible. In the final scene, when they all run away from this bizarre version of alien invasion, it's like almost like Transformers feel to it. It's just like in that scene, it's like it doesn't even feel like it's actually like you're seeing these kids or trying to do a movie project or anything like that. But, for what it's worth, it's a Spielberg movie. It's just basically how basically all these sci-fi movies are. And, I had no problem basically with it. I just think it was pretty well good. And it does come with basically with the digital copy, which I hate those digital copy discs. I mean, I don't know why people would do that originally. And on the back, it just lists based on the list of basic features on it. And like I said, I don't need to tell you much about the movie. You've already seen it already, so if you really haven't, then that's fine. Then means we have a digital copy, which is going to be inspired. Oh, I probably still use it, but I don't need to. So inspired until November 22nd, 2012. So yeah, I got nice good. Well, I guess I probably should give you the information. You got the brochure with the digital copy. And if you have an iPhone, you can actually make yourself a Super 8 camera. Make your little short movies, which is actually pretty cool. But I don't even care for that. So we have both discs. You have the movie, the digital movie, the feature film with basically with the features. And then you basically have a digital copy with the DVD movie feature. So yeah, the thing that is I hate about these digital copies is just like they're just so worthless. I mean, like, really, but whatever. So yeah, Super 8 right there. Okay, next up we have another movie that I haven't seen for quite some time. This movie came out, I think, in what year? Trying to basically make sure. Yeah, okay. Oh, there it is. 2005. And I haven't really seen much of it originally. I just basically started watching it originally. So I really want to start really picking it up. We have Domino. Yes, starring Kina, if I've pronounced her name right, Richard. But like I said, I just don't know yet. But yeah, definitely a good movie. Really find it pretty well interesting, Richard, because it just basically her basically as become as a bounty hunter, want to basically be a female hunter, and actually really sort of make her name for herself. So there's not much I can say about it, but actually pretty well good. I think I already showed this, Richard. I guess if I didn't, then boo-hoo to you. Uh, but really enjoy this movie. I have no problem basically of this kind of whatsoever for this kind of sort of a true life story, but I don't think it's called for a true life story. I think it's just really a very kind of significant film, Richard, but yeah, it just goes to show you, Richard. So how much I basically paid for this? Well, Super 8 was about 14, Richard. Edward Scissorhands and basically um, Bodyguard was about $7. So I actually got this for separate originally a long month ago. And I got these two originally about a week ago. And I actually picked this up originally about 2 or 4 months ago. So basically this was around about, I think, 7 or 9 originally. I can't remember originally, but I do try to keep the amount of basically how much I'm spending originally on these sets. And I wanted to be sure which one I get. So this was probably around about like 7 or 8 or 9 bucks, which is, you could probably get it for cheaper, about 10 if you're lucky. But so far, I'm actually really enjoying it. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Really good. I wouldn't call it as an action-packed movie because there wasn't really an action. So it was just basically kind of like a very well drug dealing, a very well considered strong, violent movie, really, for basically people who are not into that shit. Next up, I have seen this version on DVD, and I really wanted to actually pick it up version on DVD, but when I saw this as it came out on Blu-ray, I started thinking, hey, okay, well, that's not too bad, version. So we have The Talent Job with the slipcover. This is the 100 years of movie moments edition with a nice good slipcover, like that. Yeah. This is a nice good edition. And on the back, it does come with basic featurettes, which like, I really enjoyed this movie so much. I actually was basically watching it for the first time on DVD, and now I have it on Blu-ray. It's pretty well considered. So yeah, I got the nice good artwork. This is basically in a nice good box, and it got really nice good feeling towards the box of it. But yeah, and then basically have the front and back image. And then, if we go to here, we have none-nos to keep your firmware up to date of your Blu-ray player. And you have a nice good standalone, nice good artwork, which is, by the way, which of the Talent Job. This actually is the DVD cover version of the DVD cover, which actually changed a little bit, version so. But whatever. I think a lot of people don't really like this movie. Personally, I think it's actually pretty good originally because, you know, it got some pretty well good sense of action and basically, you know, whatever. Just a nice good feel version to have it originally. So yeah, that's definitely awesome. Like so. Okay, next up we have another movie. Like I said before, I'm a Western kind of guy. I do like to watch some good Western movies, especially some classic ones, and especially nice, good, very well high bit rate quality. And I saw this recently for about $7, and I really want to add that to my collection. We have John Wayne's Hondo. Yes, I finally got myself the Hondo movie. I was very well kind of pleased of this. Is actually really good quality. And what more can I say about it? It's just basic freaking John Wayne. I mean, I have watched some John Wayne movies back in the early course of my years, and this is actually pretty well good, actually, because you know it got some really good substantive moments in the base of the film. And a lot of people really I heard people love this movie so much. And they actually really presented that this is the best quality movie they ever get for a John Wayne's film. And they are true. They are, I can confirm versus what they say. It is a nice, good quality. Very well, beautiful, remastered and everything else. But what I like to basically, probably don't want to say about the story, which about how the character Hondo became Richard, because it was really related towards in the book, which I haven't really read, Richard. So this is the first time ever watching this, Richard, without reading the book. So I'll probably come around picking that up, Richard, hopefully. So we have a nice, good picture of John Wayne and his proposal, basically of the pose, and it makes it got a nice Boston. You can actually feel the texture of this a little bit towards the box. And on the back, you got a list of basically of the features. And then just open up, slip cover like that. And then the back. And then you just basically got just a plain blue disc text. Really nothing fancy to it, just basically nice, good. I mean, we should put some artwork on these discs. I mean, I think Columbia Pictures are very well like that, for some strange reason. And I don't know why. I guess because it's what the idea was trying to make it more kind of interesting. People just basically buying it originally. But yeah, that's really worth that in the collection. And then finally, that I really wanted to see for a very long time. I just basically been putting off of it, and I really wanted to actually have it in my collection. And well, you know, I'm just really a sucker when it comes to Angelina Jolie. I mean, yeah, she's smoking hot and everything, but she's just skinny, for a base of her average. I mean, I'm not saying I don't hate Angelina Jolie. I just think she's just way too skinny for basically to kind of like lose all this weight and everything. But whatever. It's just not really a big deal, everything. And I think, it's fine if she really is skinny or not. But she's a very well-talented actress, and everybody love her. And I personally enjoy her performance, especially in many movies recently, including Tomb Raider recently. So, yeah. So I actually find, so we probably think, what other kind of movie I based on? Well, I finally picked this up. Wanted. Yes, I finally picked this up for about, I think it was around $10 for Wanted. And so far, I was really surprised and pleased with this movie. And it's been so long, Rich, I haven't never got a chance of watching it. So I'm very well happy to say, Rich. I wanted to say a little bit about it, but everybody knows the movie, and I just kind of missed out the party of it. So there's no reason to talk about Rich about it. But, for what it's worth, it's a really good movie. And I really enjoy it. I mean, the only thing I found pretty obvious, Rich, of this movie is because, well, it is kind of very well, a little bit action-packed, just a bit, but I think the story is a little, kind of, how can I use the word? More, I guess a little bit more, less scripted for some reason. I don't know why I would say that, but I don't know. I just found it pretty obvious, that the story wasn't really enough, I mean, yeah, it was really kind of like getting a whole interest of basically the characters, but really there's no point about it. So basically we have the digital copy, which is basically just expired until December 31st, 2009. So yeah, Rich does know quite a bit about that. There. And then you have this basically just a nice good digital book which I haven't used the guide that basically uses the BT Live stuff. Basically give you what the image look like. Yeah. There's a little information of itself, all the controls are basically using BT Live, which I don't really use. And then we have the 2 disc sets. You have the digital copy with the DVD with the movie in featured, and then you have the Blu-ray edition with all the features in. So pretty cool. I do like this basically nice good artwork because it looks like a nice good bullet shot image, which I like that. Which I really do like that. Which that's really nice. So yeah. But what I think about the film, well, it's like I said before, it's not bad. It's just not really good, really. I mean, even when they make the video game, I was very surprised and haven't really understood how the character, what's his name, what's his face, I guess his name was Weasel originally. The character James played, how his life is basically completely just not as society or basically a very well happy groupie to sort of like, you know, for his performance and basically playing that character, I thought it was okay. But like I said before, I'm just not really understanding about the story. I didn't really understand the story how basically he's becoming a very well convicted. Let's just say he's more convicted hunter, spy hunter who's trying to track down these basically non-particular spies who are just trying to kill every single person. But you know, personally, it got some moments of it, and I have to say, for what it is, it's just okay. So yeah, awesome sets version in the collection. Definitely really worth really watching again. Especially I need to watch any finish operations the complete first season of Breaking Bad because I just basically just got started watching this 3 episodes, and I don't know what I'm expecting to really see the other seasons. So definitely worth basically to pick those up originally, hopefully. If not, I'll probably just get them online originally and then actually watch them from there. Because like I said before, that's how we live it. We just, when we want entertainment in our home, we just basically just don't have the money, or basically we feel like we just don't have much time originally to basically get them. Because like I say, it just is how what it is. So yeah, that was it. That's it for me and you for now. No more I can say about this. A couple more updates I wanted to basically discuss about. Especially I wanted to get some comic book updates, because I haven't done like a comic book update lately. So I might do that hopefully until the next video. So alrighty, that is it for me and you for now. Till next time, this is Sam Run. Thank you for watching, and sayonara.